Welcome to the Planet Purl tutorial. This video is for the knit stitch. Our supplies for this video: yarn and a pair of straight needles. Now I've prepared a swatch that has a couple of rows of knit stitches. And we're going to do this slowly and then close up so that you can see what we're doing. You're going to go through the front half of the first stitch. Just the front half. Do not catch both halves of the stitch as it goes around the needle. There should be nothing between the two needles. They should be touching each other all the way up the length. Now hold it steady with the left hand. Take the yarn counterclockwise in between the needles. Again, that's behind it and in between, wrapping just the back needle with yarn. That's going to create the new stitch. Now, as you pull the right needle through, you're catching the loop that you just created. That's the new stitch. You're going to slide up and pull the stitch off the left-hand needle and tighten a little to maintain a nice even tension. Again, through the front of the stitch, needles to needles, behind counterclockwise, and in between. Catch the loop that you just made and then slide the old stitch off the left needle. Now close up. From the first stitch, this is where a lot of beginners make a mistake. That first stitch is loose. It's got that big loop on the front. You don't want to go through that loop because then you're going to create more stitches than you started with. So make sure you give it a little tug to keep it out of the way and go through the stitch that's wrapped around the needle. There's nothing in between the needles. They should be touching at all times. Counterclockwise in between. Grab the little loop as you slide the needles against each other and slip the stitch off the left-hand needle. Again, the front half of the loop from front to back. You see there's space in between there. There's nothing in between those needles. Counterclockwise. Grab the new loop and slide the old stitch off the needle. We'll do it again, and you'll see we're working on the full-sized portion of the needles, not on the tips. It's the round section off the tips is what creates the size of the stitch and keeps your stitches even. So make sure that you're sliding that needle, the stitch all the way back up on the needle. Grab the loop, slide it off. Front half of the stitch from front to back, wrap counterclockwise in between the needles. And then grab the loop you just created and slide off the stitch. Paris loved it. She's ready to go shopping for some yarn now. Come visit us at planetpurl.com.